Welcome to the first round of the 2012 Gens B Spring Classic playoffs. 6 seed pearate and his Buffalo Sabres will take on Gretzky on a Cold's 3rd seed Detroit, who went 22-18. Sabres pearate went 20-20. Went on a deep run last year with Chicago, fell short to a coach who has now gone on to play in A. So the window opened up for them to win B this year. Not a great regular season, but they got in. That's all that really counts. They'll go with Svoboda and Smelik on defense with McGillney, Hawerchuk, and LaFontaine. For Detroit, it'll be Yzerman, Cicerelli, Drake with Lidstrom and Coffey. Cheveldae against Fuhrer in the goalie battle. As we wait for Smelik to be put in here. Worth mentioning, 1-goal games this year in B. There were a ton of them. Gretzky on a Cold played in 19 of them. They were 9-10. And the Sabres played in 18 one-goal games this year. And if I recall correctly, they were 8-10. Alright, we're set to begin Game 1 of the 2012 playoffs in Classic. This is the first Classic playoff game. Here's Cicerelli with it off the draw. Stolen by Svoboda. Svoboda moves ahead to McGillney. Already a penalty against Detroit. LaFontaine centers and intercepted by Yzerman. So Dallas Drake's going to go off. Quick trouble for Detroit. Power play for the road team. See if they can cash in. LaFontaine to the net. Backhand save. Rebound. Backhand scores! Oh, Cheveldae was pulled out of position. And LaFontaine put it into the open net. 1-0 Buffalo. They do score on their power play very quickly. 30 seconds in, the road team takes the lead. LaFontaine comes in again. Sends out to Svoboda, and it's poked away by Lidstrom. Nice play. Svoboda in front. Hawerchuk save made by Cheveldae. Quick storm for the Sabres. Yzerman's shot is stopped by Fuhrer. High flying start to this one. A goal and a couple of chances very quickly here. Just a minute and a half in. Here's Cicerelli stepping out in front. He scores! Grant Fuhrer went down early. And Detroit ties the game. It's 1-1. Smelik's knocked down by Cicerelli. He goes to the net. And then he'll pull back. Coffey one-times it wide. Smelik will pick it up. Smelik needs to pass it off. He finds LaFontaine. LaFontaine goes in. Taken away by the defense. Hawerchuk's one-timer stopped by Cheveldae. It looked like Buffalo had a great opportunity there. A man got knocked down. And Coffey goes to the box. So another power play opportunity for Buffalo. They scored very quickly on their last one. But Detroit controls the draw. Here's Dino Cicerelli. He's dangerous. But he's hit. And Grant Fuhrer will play it ahead. McGillney to Hawerchuk. To LaFontaine. Looks back for Hawerchuk. Pass was behind him. Hawerchuk gets it right back, though. As the shot by Svoboda was stopped by Cheveldae. Konstantinov moves ahead to Yzerman. Yzerman to the net. Saved by Fuhrer. Hawerchuk. To McGillney. Another penalty coming up to Detroit as LaFontaine will just throw it to the net. I believe this is Cicerelli. Yes. Dino goes off. He jumped on him. He knocked him over, but he may have licked his face a little bit too much. Here's Hawerchuk's shot. And a save made by Cheveldae. Sends it out in front. Coffey intercepts it and clears it. And we get a face-off here. Puck bounced back into Fuhrer. Off his own teammate. Yzerman wins the draw. He'll pull back. 3-on-5 are the Red Wings. Yzerman turns. Looks to the net. Gets a shot off. That Fuhrer handles. Konstantinov. Ahead to Yzerman. Yzerman to the goes behind the net. Coffey picks it up. Paul Coffey is hit by the AI. Here's Smelik. Pulls up as time runs out in the first period. 1-1 after 1 here in Game 1. Still 34 seconds left on the Buffalo power play as we begin the second period. LaFontaine turns it over to Coffey. Quick outlet ahead to Yzerman. Yzerman in off the bench, getting some playing time thanks to the penalty trouble Detroit was in. Here's McGillney going across to Hawerchuk. Hawerchuk throws him from an angle. Handled by Cheveldae easily. Hawerchuk gets it back, though. Moves it back out to McGillney. Knocked down by Lidstrom. And Lidstrom turns it over to Hawerchuk. Moves it ahead to LaFontaine. To the net. Had it poked away at the last moment. Then a shot by McGillney. And here's Cicerelli out of the box. Steps out. Yzerman shot. Fuhrer had to make a nice save there. Moving laterally. Lidstrom to Cicerelli. Lidstrom gets it back. Goes to the net and a save by Fuhrer. Try and tuck it around him. Magoni turns it over to Lidstrom. He's everywhere right now. Isabart to Dino. Loses it. Gets it back. Pulls back. Looks across. Goes to the short side. And Fuhrer was able to cut that off. Moved ahead, Howe. And after it is Howard he beats out the icing call. Isabart steals. Head to Coffey. Iserman overskates. And here's Howard Head to LaFontaine. Throws it in from an angle. Maybe a pass off the pad attempt there. As Smelik has to go back and get this one, it'll be icing. Sometimes being slow as crap can have its benefits. Cicerelli plays it back. Chevelday will take it in off the boards. Turns it over. Howard backhander. Misses just high. Howard to the net. And it got through Chevelday and LaFontaine put it in. Got through the legs of Chevelday. LaFontaine was there on the doorstep, and he just poked it into the open net. 2-1 Buffalo. Final minute of the second. That's a backbreaker. Magoni, quick shot. Saved by Chevelday. Howard gets it again. Buffalo's storming right now. It's all Sabres. Cicerelli around the boards. Iserman has it. Looks for one more chance. Iserman to the net. Smelik stood him up. And Magoni overskates. And time's going to run out here in the second, with Buffalo leading 2-1. Magoni looked like he would have been off to the races if he would have been able to pick up that puck. But we begin the third in a 1-goal game. Smelik drives in. Passes off to Magoni. Back to Smelik. He shoots one in a save by Chevelday. Coffey turns it over to Svoboda. Svoboda to the net. Backhand try. Lidstrom gets it off the pads of Chevelday. Here's Iserman and a save by Fuhrer. Huge save by Grant Fuhrer on the breakaway. And then a quick one-time attempt to stop by Chevelday. LaFontaine has it. Behind the net. Circles. Goes across. Howard scores! Right after Grant Fuhrer made the big save at one end, Howard scores at the other. And Buffalo has a 2-goal lead. A huge swing here in Game 1. Still a ton of time left, though. But a 2-goal lead for the Sabres, and Detroit has not had a whole ton going offensively. But here they score! Iserman! Same move as the first goal. Fuhrer went down too early, and Iserman had the open net. So he redeems himself after failing on that breakaway. 1-goal game again. Iserman steps away, shoots one, and a save by Fuhrer. Here comes Howard Breakaway. Backhand. He scores! Chevelday, over-aggressive perhaps. Howard went to the backhand, flipped it around him. 4-2 Buffalo. 2:50 to go. Magoni to the net. Chevelday cut that off. And now he will play it along to Cicerelli. Iserman with it. Iserman hooked up by LaFontaine. Gets away from it. Drake in front. And Fuhrer took a little cheap shot there. Maybe knocked him down. There's a shot. And a save made by Fuhrer. He was down and out. But in okay position. As this pass comes off a stick, and it comes to Cicerelli, moves it to Iserman. Iserman goes to the backhand, rebound try, and Cicerelli couldn't jam it in. And then a great opportunity here for Buffalo, but it goes in behind the net, and they'll have to regroup. Detroit's able to get back. Smelik to Svoboda, shoots it wide, off the boards. Chevelday plays it. Coffey to Iserman. Final minute. Iserman pulling back. 50 seconds. Iserman shoots one, saved by Fuhrer. He's been great. And then Howard to LaFontaine, looking to put it away. Coffey read that play nicely. 20 seconds to go. Cicerelli to the net. Saved by Fuhrer. And this is going to be sent down. And the final seconds are going to tick away. No icing. And that'll do it. The Sabres win Game 1 on the road. 4-2. They take a lead 1-0 in the series. They regain home ice advantage. And Detroit's in an almost must-win situation now going into Game 2.